Hey everybody, this is Rob from my channel Smirking Gun Reviews. Just a little disclaimer or warning. If there's coarse language or things I say in the heat of the moment, please try to not take it personally because what we're reviewing today is 13 Reasons Why, Season 2, Episode 1, The First Polaroid. There will be spoilers, but first let's just say this is like The Handmaid's Tale. This isn't really entertaining. Hopefully when people watch this, they learn something. There is a mystery involved here, but it's more of a cautionary tale type of thing a little bit here. Another thing is it's on Netflix. So people tend to binge this stuff, which is kind of what Netflix is, known for. What I like about Hulu, like with The Handmaid's Tale, is, you have anticipation. So you get new shows, but you gotta wait a week, like, HBO, things like that. With Netflix, you have the anticipation of a show, but once it's out and you just kind of binge it, there's really no anticipation. There's just instant gratification and then nothing. So I'm not gonna binge this, and I'm not gonna do a review like two a day or something like that. I'm not gonna do once I'm gonna do more than once a week, but I'm gonna space this out like one every other day. So if you're one of those people who likes these videos that I do, and you want to watch it with me, I'll be, today is Saturday, or Friday, Jesus. I'm living in the future. So I'm doing this video today. I will make another one for episode 2 on Sunday, and, then Tuesday, Thursday, and so on and so forth until it's done. Just because I feel like the subject matter and everything else deserves a little time to digest. So let's just get into it. First thing, the little what do you want to call it? The public service announcement kind of thing that they do in the front. I feel like it's good that they, have these people with this message. I just hate that if it hadn't been for all the ruckus going on, this show wouldn't need one. I feel like it's time to stop putting, ooh, here I am telling everybody, put this, get rid of the stigma of mental illness and teen suicide in general. Let's, start talking, big whoop, who am I? But it's true. This kind of subject matter, it does need to talk about. Bullying needs to be discussed more. Teenage suicide. This show just has that as kind of a background to, like, a jumping off point for more things that people can talk about. Get a dialogue going, something that can hopefully help people. Because I don't think that this is the kind of show where somebody watches and goes, "Well, better blow my goddamn brains out." I think the show is meant to help. So, like they say, if you know somebody that, like this, yes, please say something, get somebody help. And if you are watching a show like this and you have those feelings, don't take this as to be like your way out. Like, oh, well, these fake people on TV did it, so I should do it. Talk to somebody, anybody. And that may be easy to say. I've dealt with my own depression. It's still like a thing that always stays with you. Never really goes away all the way. But find somebody to talk to before, it gets out of control. Bummer. Here we go. So I did not binge watch the first season again to get ready for this. I didn't even know it was coming out. I had actually canceled or put on hold my Netflix subscription for a while. And it wasn't until yesterday that I found out this was out. And I immediately re-upped my Netflix because I don't want to say enjoyed the first season, and this isn't usually subject matter that I really get into, but like teen drama kind of thing, Dawson's Creek kind of stuff, where the actors are clearly not high schoolers, age anyway. But the whole thing, the concept really hooked me, and so did the show and the actors and everything else. It was really good and it really handled really well, and it's one of those shows. Like people, we watch Game of Thrones and we watch Walking Dead, with tons of nudity and graphic violence, and this is the thing that got people up in arms about why this show shouldn't be on. I don't know. But like I said, I didn't binge watch this, so if I screw something up, please let me know in the comments, correct me, because I remember all the broad strokes here. I know about the tapes and what most of the things that were on the tapes and all that Hannah Baker and Clay and other things. But if I do screw up and I get my facts wrong, somebody feel free to check check my info or whatever. Put it in the comment section. So it's been 5 months. Just gonna jump right past all that. It's been 5 months, and people are starting to try to get back to normal. Even though they supposedly the trial isn't happening, and everybody Clay has a girlfriend. And Alex is after his suicide attempt. He's getting ready to go back to school. So is Jessica. So the world's starting to move on, but immediately when they get to the whole, that the trial is going on, that they did not take the, settlement that Hannah's, parents they couldn't go along with this, and they want her story out. And kind of where this is going to head, like prosecution's going to start shredding people like a motherfucker. And, all these, it is a little formulaic. It is a little, like by the numbers and this kind of thing where, everybody's good intentions are going to start getting ripped apart by prosecutors and things like that, asking the right kind of dramatic questions. And pretty much right in this episode, they go right for that kind of thing. So where we're going to head with Tyler's kind of testimony, them trying to twist things to make Hannah look, or even, Tyler look a certain way. That's prosecutors' jobs. So, no matter how frustrated we get, these people are doing their jobs, so it sucks, but that's just how it is. And and there's no dramatic tension in a show if you don't have that kind of thing going on. If it was just a cakewalk, like it'd be a one episode, like season 2 would be like 1 or 2 episodes, like, oh, well, school's guilty, so fuck it, let's get $1 million. Move on, and the end of the show, and then they make a Hannah Baker Foundation or some crap, I don't know. But what I'm liking is, everybody trying to move past as a new thing starts that they just didn't know. And that kind of worries me, because the whole thing with the tapes and everything, and that whole first season really felt like one of these shows of this kind to be, which to me, a lot of these types of shows are very forgettable. And they'll last like 6-7 damn years, like lame shows like, sorry, I think it's lame, but like, like shows like Pretty Little Liars and things that go on for a while that are just like mysteries that just, ugh. But season 1 was pretty much like a perfect season. So when they talked about having a season 2, I remember them talking about it, and then it kind of went out of my consciousness for a long while. And now that I saw this back, I was like, what are they going to do? So I'm worried a little bit that this is going to get into like kind of Twin Peaks season 2-ishness. Not that it's going to be anything like a David Lynch film, but more like they're going to start doing just kind of throwing things at the wall, jumping the shark moments a lot in this season. And I hope it doesn't come to that. But there's a couple of things going on that just kind of make me go, like, because it's called the First Polaroid, and a lot of this has to do with pictures. Tyler taking pictures, Tyler going into the, development room and seeing the warning, you didn't see shit, you ain't seen shit on the pictures, and then you have the Polaroid that Clay finds saying Hannah wasn't the only one. So a lot of things in this episode are dealing with photos and how they, just because you have the picture doesn't mean you know the whole truth. So that whole motif was in this a lot. And, sorry. I always shake my camera. That whole thing with the new mystery of who's, who took the pictures, who's putting the Polaroids, who's warning. So I feel like there's two things going on. There's somebody that's an antagonist and a protagonist here, like in behind the scenes. Somebody who knows something that's, trying to get people looking like Clay with the picture. And then you got the people that feel threatened, or persons that have the thing in the dark room. Gun to my head, I would say that the easy money is that the person behind the Polaroids is Clay's new girlfriend. But that's just the easy choice. We got a lot of episodes and people to meet. That's just my initial theory, that she might have something to do with the Polaroids. I don't know. The second thing that we have with the warnings and stuff, I have no idea. The one thing I'm pretty sure of is at the end with Jess, wanting to go to the trial and goes outside. Somebody just drives away, and there's the blow up sex doll fucking hanging there that says slut on it. That was Bryce's girlfriend, right? Or new girlfriend, the cheerleader girl. It seemed, again, that's my first guess, but it's also pretty on the nose, If it's not her, I would be really surprised. It just seems like something that they would have the bitchy, little stuck-up cheerleader do. Speaking of Bryce, the actor who plays Bryce is also on Preacher. He was on season 2 of Preacher, where his character was in hell for, I think it was rape. So I like to think that his character from this show, it's like connected somehow, and that he went to hell for what he did in this show. Because that guy's a piece of shit. The actor's really good at playing a piece of shit. And it's just that whole kind of mentality in high school, those guys. We all know those guys, and they weren't all jocks. It's just easy to do the Hollywood high school trope of the jocks being the ones who cause all the trouble and push people around. I mean, it's a trope, but it's also kind of a fact. I mean, but it's not just jocks that pick on people, I'm saying. But that guy plays that fucking guy perfectly. I mean, the best part, I think my favorite part of the episode was also a stupid one, but I still couldn't help liking it. And that's when Derek Luke, who is the counselor, who maybe too little too late, is, trying to do something to change the school, and making sure that certain, kind of anti-bullying, whatever codes are happening, like how at the baseball, team meeting, they're going through guidelines of consent, sexual consent, and how silence is not a yes. You dumb motherfuckers, silence is not a yes. But these guys, they're doing this at a baseball meeting. They pretty much know where the problem is, right? It's like, they're not doing this at every class, I don't think. So they're zeroed in on the group of people that I think they're worried about raping your daughters. Sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. Again, in the heat of the moment, sometimes I'm just a little. But the scene I'm talking about, though, besides when Bryce is hassling Tyler in the hallway, um, you know, it's the scene in the bathroom where Derek Luke just fucking choking dude out. Great, that's what we want to see. That's the inside of us, beat that motherfucker side of us. That's a pretty stupid move, though, by that character of Derek Luke's character, because that guys like Bryce in these shows always end up, doing something as payback, or somehow the teacher will be put in a the counselor character will be put in a position where he'll pay for going after Bryce, because that's what these characters always do. It's one of my only problems with shows like this, is that they take this subject matter and then the dramatization gets a little too fucking way out there. That being said, it was still my favorite scene, because who doesn't want to see Bryce choked out like a bitch? Anyway, I'm kind of glossing over a few things. There's a lot of little details here, like what's Tony's involvement with, going forward. Tony looks like he's my age, by the way, Anyway, but I'm really hopeful for where this is going. Clay is haunted as a motherfucker, with his girlfriend, which, again, because she's kind of out of left field. If she was in the first season, somebody put that in the comments below, because I don't remember her being in the first season. Her kind of appearance, Clay jumping into a relationship that is trying to be sexual, and him not being ready because he's still seeing Hannah, who at the end, is still there. Please tell me she's not a ghost. Please tell me he's just kind of having a little delusions of grandeur. We don't need a ghost. I love seeing the actress as Hannah Baker. In fact, that girl, man, give it up to that girl. She is phenomenal. And I really like him, too. I didn't see the terrible horror movie that he made on Netflix, but I really like this guy. And I even I can't believe the show gets me to like the guy from Parenthood, Alex. I couldn't stand him on that show, but I don't mind him as much here. I also like Tyler. Derek Luke is Derek Luke. I think Kate Walsh is great. So far, Steven Weber hasn't really had much to do yet. He's just in that one little scene. But the cast is really good. I'm hoping that the writing doesn't get too goddamn weird for a second season. But I'm trying to think of everything else, because I am curious about, the Polaroids and where this is going to go. It says the first Polaroid, so there's going to be more. And, I think I'm trying to stretch this out, I guess, but I shouldn't. It was a good first beginning. It was a good return to the show. Again, I love the soundtrack to this show. It's a little, you can tell it feels definitely like it's written by somebody my age, or maybe even older, with the music choices. But I digress. It means I get to hear music I like. So anyway, it's a good episode, a good return. I'm hoping that it gets better. I'm hoping we don't get into a sophomore slump. I'm hoping we don't get too batshit fucking crazy. And I hope that in the end, when we're done with it, that we feel satisfied. Hopefully, hopefully, I don't want this show to keep going if there's nothing really more to say. I don't want this mystery to just keep going. So I'm kind of hoping season 2 is the last season. And I hope that it has a satisfying conclusion that means something that can help people. And that's it for this review for this. So the next video will be in a couple of days. I do want to say thank you again for everybody for all the support that I've been getting. I really appreciate it. We had 54 subscribers, so yay! So if you go to my Handmaid's Tale videos or watch that, that's where we're doing the contest. Next week, I will be announcing the rules for the contest on the next Handmaid's video next Wednesday. And then the week after, I will announce the winner of that contest. And then, yeah, so if you want to go there, you want to be a part of the contest and you're a subscriber, or if you want to, be a part of the contest, subscribe. We will continue to do contests. So now that we're at 54, and this contest was for 50 subscribers, there will be a contest at 75 subscribers. And it will be something, I'll be giving something away about one of the shows that I review. I don't think it's going to be 13 Reasons Why. I can't imagine wanting a poster or anything like that for this show. So there's Preacher and there's Better Call Saul and other shows that I watch that are coming up. So we're going to be doing a contest probably for one of those things. Yeah, that's about it. Again, hit like if you like this video. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And we will see you on the next video. We've got Legion on Tuesdays, Handmaid's Tale on Wednesdays, comic book reviews on Wednesdays, Westworld on Sundays, and like this every couple of days. I'm also doing a few episodes at a time review of the Redux of Arrested Development Season 4, because Arrested Development Season 5 is coming out May 30th. So I'm kind of re-watching that for the first time in a while. So we're doing reviews for that as well. And Deadpool 2 review is coming on Sunday. So thank you very much for watching. Again, thank you for all the support, the continued support. And we will see you on the next video. All right, bye.